Hey everyone, so if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I recently got over an eye infection, which was a real pain in the butt, and I was super worried that I was going to have to throw away a bunch of my beauty products and stuff, but I found some awesome tips on how to sanitize your makeup after you've gotten an eye infection, so I just thought that I would share that with you now. So of course, first thing, and you should be doing this anyway to avoid acne and things like that, but you should always clean your makeup brushes. So for this I use MAC brush cleaner, and I just squirt a little amount on a paper towel and I swirl the brush around in it, and this has alcohol in it, so it does kind of disinfect the brushes. And then this is the part that I was really surprised about because I had no idea that you could do this. You can take a palette like this or just individual eyeshadows and a spray bottle full of rubbing alcohol. It has to be a high concentration of alcohol because if your shadows get water in them, they'll actually get ruined. So you want to get like the highest concentration of alcohol that you can because alcohol is great. It not only kills germs, but it also is incredibly volatile, so it evaporates really quickly. So this is just a little spray bottle. It says Adidas on it, so it's like a little travel kit that I got. And make sure the bottle's clean, of course, before you put anything in. And this just has isopropyl alcohol in it. And this is my Mysterious Brown Eyes palette from NYX. And I'm just going to spray this alcohol directly onto the eyeshadows until they're wet. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So they're pretty wet right now, but not to worry because it dries completely and your shadows will be just as functional as they were before. The alcohol really doesn't harm your eyeshadows, and oftentimes you can actually use rubbing alcohol to repress shadows and powder products. I did that with my Illamasqua blush that broke while I was trying to depot it. So now all you do is wipe down the areas that are wet with alcohol that are not the eyeshadows. Don't wipe down the eyeshadows, just wipe down the areas around the eyeshadows and then leave it open to dry, and you should be able to use your eyeshadows within like 10 minutes. It really does evaporate super quickly. And also you can do the same sort of thing with pencils. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 24/7 pencil and I'm just going to spray down the entire pencil all over, because you want to make sure that your hands are clean, as like the part that your hand touches is also clean. So I'm just gonna wipe that down with the alcohol, and you want to use a paper towel for that. I didn't bring any. Then you're going to take your pencil sharpener and you're going to make sure that your pencil sharpener is sanitized. Now mine was sanitized before I actually cleaned all of my makeup products after my eye infection, but obviously now it's not, but it should be. And then just sharpen off the layer of the eye pencil that had the bacteria on it. So you've got your nice sharp, pretty, clean pencil, and also you want to spray inside of the lid for the pencil. So just going to do that. And then just let that dry. Let both of them dry. You don't really want to not give it any room to evaporate. You really need to leave it in open air. And then once it's dry and wiped down, you can just put the lid back on your pencil and you're good to go. Now, there are certain things that cannot be sanitized. For instance, things like, I'm throwing things around, things like anything with a wand. This is an Urban Decay primer potion. If I put this on my eye and then I place it back into the container, there's no way to reverse that bacteria because it's a wet product. If you can't really let it evaporate because it'll ruin the product. So things like that. But a good way to solve this problem is to get like a makeup artist palette, like just a flat piece of plastic or something. And then what you can do is you can take this off, swipe it on this alcohol sanitized palette, and then work from the palette as opposed to working from the wand. And that'll keep the inside of your wand products clean. With things like cream products like this, all you do is you wipe off the top layer. For instance, I would wipe off the top of the silver with like a paper towel, just very lightly. You don't want to waste product, just the very, very top layer. And then you would just spray the alcohol into the product and then just let it evaporate like you would normally with your powder. That was another thing when I got my eye infection. I was like, crap, now I'm gonna have to throw away all of my cream shadows because I didn't know that you could sanitize them. You can also sanitize things like lipsticks. I don't know if you've ever been in a MAC store and asked to try a lipstick, but all they do is they just dip the lipstick in alcohol, pull it out, and then wipe off the alcohol that's on the lipstick, because the alcohol will prevent the lipstick from transferring onto your lips if they don't wipe it off. But the lipsticks are completely fine. Obviously, if you've tried a lipstick in a MAC store, you know that they work just as well after the alcohol. So they basically do that with everything. And yeah, so that's how you can sanitize your makeup after an eye infection, or if you're sharing with friends, or if you are purchasing something used online or borrowing, or you know, anything like that. You don't want to get other people's germs, and you want to stay healthy, and you don't want to ruin your makeup. So I hope you found those tips helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!